All right. You can see. Look at what I was trying to build here. So I have to create a VPC. I created the EKS using Terraform, then updated the core DNS to run on Farget, right? And then deploy the application on Farget AWS, deploy metrics on the Farget, and deploy auto scaling with a hyper horizontal pod auto scaling right on the CPU and monitoring. Then implement stability on pod disruptive budget. Pod disruptive budget. In case anything happens to the pod, let there be always one that will be running. Then create IAM IO provider. That this helps you to create a service account that is going to a service account in the Kubernetes cluster that's going to use a service account in Kubernetes cluster that's going to use um, IAM role in AWS, right? So the IAM role in AWS is for any pod to use any of the services in AWS, just like what we have in the GCP the other time. Then deploy AWS load balancer controller using Terraform and create a simple ingress, secure ingress SSL. So where I am at the moment now, I'm still working on these guys. All right. So this point now is from 9 to 10. I'm still working on them, but I've completed all these ones. I'm taking it bit by bit, all right, so that later I'll show you exactly what I have done. So these are the security implementations that we need to implement on this thing level. So if I'm to show you the stuff I've done so far, let me show you. You can see that this is my deployment Kubernetes deployment stuff, and this is the provider section. You can see the provider section. This is the VPC section, ingress, internet gateway, subnet, NAT, right? NAT, routable, EKS. It's a kubectl profile for kubectl profile and also staging profile too on the EKS stuff. So this is the EKS stuff I'm talking about now, which have been created. So this is the EKS, and I'm using a friend's account. So this is the EKS. I created a cluster called SecOps test. Under the SecOps test, you see under the compute instance, we do not have any node in it. We don't have any worker node, right? But we are using Farget profile, right? So private profile. So we have the first one. So each profile. So if you create a namespace, so this one is a namespace. This is also a namespace. So if you come here now to this place and say kubectl get namespace, you see that we have just the namespace, the staging namespace, and then this. So if you try to see the kubectl get nodes, so the nodes that have been created from Farget, this is a Farget node. So these are automatically provisioned, all right, for Farget. So if you check the Farget, if you check the node now, this particular node now, okay, let me get pod kubectl get pod in a particular namespace, which is staging. You see that I have a pod now. If I want to describe this pod to see where the pod is really running on, all right, I can say, let me use this bash kubectl describe kubectl describe pod in staging namespace. Try pod name this in the staging namespace. Staging. Now you see that the pod actually to detect the actual server where it's running. Look at this server is running on the Farget this is 187. So if I go in to say get if I go in now to say okay, say it's running on one. So this is the pod, this is the node is we're running on. Can you see? So if I try to kubectl describe node and pass the node, okay, describe describe node, you see that it will describe the node, and this is the resources of that node. So see the resources of this node. The source of this node now is equivalent to what is described on the pod definition file. Look at it. The pod, the pod deployment file, right? So if you compare what the node gives you here and what we have here, you will see on the resource request for the pod. So Farget is going to deploy a node for you where a particular pod is going to deploy on. So if you want to deploy any pod, all right, using resource quota and resource limit. So Farget will look at this now and use it to create a node that have this and use it to, and inside that node it will now create a pod. Hmm? It will now create a pod inside that node. So that is what this thing is showing you, right? Is what this thing is showing you. So this is how it's being deployed. This is how Farget work. So now I've done the whole of it, sir. I've done the whole of it. So the only thing that remains now is for us to tighten the security part of it. All right. I've not deployed the load balancer. I'm still working on the load balancer section. And then when I'm done with the load balancer, I will, right. So that is it. I'm still working on Archer.